Hi guys, welcome to Rufio, it's Joe here. Hopefully it doesn't look too awkward. I've kind of had to improvise on bringing you this deck list. I've done one previously that was okay. It was a little bit rushed because I ran out of time. So I wanted to bring a more detailed one, so I decided to upload this instead. So I'm bringing you my Burning Abyss profile. There's still some changes and stuff I would make to it, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what I've been running and everything since YCS, because at YCS I finished up my Dracos. I've been wanting to run this for a long time, so I'm really excited to be using it. It's definitely the deck that's challenged me most out of all the ones I've used so far. I think it's really pushing the boundaries of mine as a player, and I definitely think that when I eventually come to stop using the deck, I'm going to be much better off for it. So anyway, without too much messing around, so we run 2 BLS. I think 2's fine. I know some builds out there, they're running Dark Arm Dragon, some are running the Chaos Dragon, and a few other bits and bobs. I quite like 2 BLS is good for me. It's quite an old card, which is always quite cool. I love gold rare, as you'll see in this video, so that's great for me too. So I think, yeah, 2 BLS is awesome, easy enough to summon. I've got 3 Hydrolander. This card is absolutely nuts. There isn't much more to say about it. The only downside, of course, is the summoning conditions, but I think otherwise it's absolutely fine. So that's it for the big boss monsters. BAs, 2 Farfa, 2 Scum. I really do sometimes feel like I need a third of each, but on the trade-off of not being able to play Hydrolander, I'm not sure that that's worth it all the time. I do feel like I need more BAs in general, but we'll revise the list as we go on, especially with the new ban list coming up. The one-ofs, 1 Graf, 1 Seer, 1 Calcab, 1 Barbar, 1 Libic, 1 Alec. Sometimes I feel like I need more of this. This is most frequently one-sided out, but again, sometimes I feel like I need more BAs. So, I don't know, again, it's up to you entirely what you're comfortable with. I don't like to open too many. I like to open 1, maybe 2 of them with an extender or something, but that's, you know, wishful thinking. So, but yeah, this seems okay. Like I say, sometimes it could be better. That's it for BAs. 3 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. It's pretty self-explanatory. You need 3. One of the most important cards in the deck. I am playing the Sulcus Malicious package. We're not going to get to see this for much longer, so don't get too comfortable on this side here. But this is nuts. It does sometimes lead to bricking. The other day I was playing, I opened 1, and off my Dante Mill I milled the other 2. So you can imagine that was a pretty hopeless game. In fact, I find that's how this kind of works. I'll either have a tournament where it's nuts, or I'll have a tournament where I brick every single game, which is kind of weird. I think the dangers would improve it, but I don't have them. I've only got access to 1 Snake and 1 Jackalope, so that's that. 1 Fairy Tale Snow, self-explanatory, but if you don't understand, it unclogs your grave so that Hydrolander can still go off, and of course it's, you know, a good monster anyway. It's also light, so you can use it for BLS if need be. Kaijus, running all the goddamn Kaijus. Absolutely would recommend this. Sometimes I side them out to make the numbers smaller. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm running Gallus, Elephant, and Rescue Cat. I quite like this. Sometimes I feel like it shouldn't be there. This sometimes feels dead. If you open this, it sucks. This is one of the good cards to open, so it's fine. Like, this is okay. I do debate whether I would just cut these, but we'll see. Time will tell. I'm still not decided. I'm still just practicing it. I'm still learning the deck, so I'm still not amazing with it. So maybe it's just my own inability that's sort of let me down there. 1 Tour Guide, because Tour Guide. 1 Ulti Terratop. 1 Takatomborg. You need these. This sucks. This is amazing. This is great too. I would absolutely not recommend cutting these. A lot of people do. I think on the 50-50 that you open this, it's better to have the chance of drawing this and, not being able to do anything with it than not being able to make this at all. Get rid of those. And then 3 Seconds Light. Self-explanatory. Does what it does. That's it for the main deck. Extra deck. Nat Beast. We can make it, so why not? 1 Lecoq. one Mermaid, one Cerberus, one Phoenix, one Unicorn. I'd be tempted to swap this for another one of these two, probably another Phoenix. Back row removal is kind of important in this. Decode Talker. I forgot to put this in the other day, and it absolutely sucked so much dick not having it, and then when I put it in, it never came up. So that's sod's law for you. Topologic Triz, I don't know how you're actually supposed to pronounce that. Trisbania, whatever. This card's great. Boral Sword, one card win condition. If this gets banned or hit or in any way, I'll be very upset. Stone King Darius, it is what it is. Lobia, I never really make these, but they do occasionally come up. They're good utility to have. 2 Dante, it's perfect, you don't need a third. 1 Beatrice, would love more. 1 Purple Dante, swear by this. The amount of people that out this and don't realise that it does anything else because they don't read it, and then you make this, and then they realise that they've just cut themselves way worse because you've used all the materials most of the time. By the time they get rid of this, and now you just set up yourself this with the discard, well, the send, and you get to draw one, get to cut into your deck, and you get to rip cards out of their hand if they do eventually kill it. That's the extra deck. In terms of side deck, this is really a work in progress. There's a lot I need to change about this. I'm running 2 Ash. Again, I thought the 2 because of the Hydralander. That's a bad idea. I should really up that to 3, and I should definitely up this to 3. Because when I'm siding them in, if you don't see them, then they're dead. And sometimes it's more important to stop them goddamn playing than Hydralander. I really need to learn to side Hydralander out. That would be one of my recommendations. 2 Ogre. I just wanted more hand traps. It's also an E-Telly target which I've put in here, so if I do side out the Second's Light, I've got another option to, you know, hard make a Dante without BAs. So they're 3s, and of course they're hand traps. Cerberus, a lot of people main this over Elephant. Because it can just, you know, it's good while it's engraved, it can pop stuff, that kind of thing. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm neither here nor there on that. One Regeki, I don't really know if this needs to be in, I just kind of chucked it in last minute. Emergency Teleport, because it's Emergency Teleport. You know, it's free, it goes into, where else is Ghost Ogre. So yeah, it's okay. Haven't, again, been able to test it much. 2 Book of Eclipse, I felt like 3 was kind of pointless. It didn't really, I don't know, it felt too much overkill. You got to bear in mind that I think a lot of the time I'm using this at local events, so you don't always get maximum profitability out of siding in for a lot of meta decks because there's a lot of rogue to consider, and this isn't always amazing against other decks, so it's kind of one way. Twin Twisters, there's times where you need them, and this just basically gets you there. Back row, if you come up against a super back row heavy deck, you need to be able to out them, and it's way more important than drawing 2 cards. I know that sounds crazy because this is like Pot of Greed and it unclogs your hand and everything, but if you don't make it out of turn 1 because they set up the board because you'd rather draw 2, then you're a fucking idiot. So yeah, sometimes it sucks, but you have to do it. You have to put this in. That is the profile. Oh, probably don't want to put that back there. That's the profile. I would think that there's, you know, maybe quite a lot of changes I would make. I think with the new ban list looming, things will be chopped up and changed. We won't have Malicious maybe kicking around anymore. You know, there's just an awful lot I would possibly consider having to change in there. I think Mallies are going to go. I probably should invest in the dangers, that kind of thing. But yeah, time will tell. At the moment, it's a work in progress. I'm really enjoying the deck. Like I said, it's really pushing my boundaries. The first 3 tournaments I used it, I won only 1 game at each one. And then on Saturday last week, I 2-0'd everyone I played until I got in the top 4, and I lost to Dino Thunder Dragon, who I'll be... well, it may be uploaded by the time this video's up, but I've got deck profile for that guy. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give a shout out to Mark. Thank you for giving me this space. This is Mark at Manascrew. It gives me loads of space to record my videos. Normally, I did record this initially there, but I ran out of space on my camera, so I had to try and rush in. It wasn't great. So big shout out to Mark. Thank you again, as always. Check out the links in the description for more. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you have any questions, let me know. A big shout out to all the guys on the Facebook group as well. Give me loads of good ideas. Thomas Rowe's always really, really helpful on there, and he definitely doesn't need to spend any time talking to us guys. So, yeah, always good to hear from him, and any of the other guys that are excellent, way more advanced with this deck than I am. So, one thing I've definitely learned from this is just stick to your guns, stick at it, and you will get better with it, and it will pay off. That's everything. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Like I say, don't forget to sub, leave a comment down in the bottom, and yeah, that's everything. Thank you very much. I'm afraid that's all we have time for in this video. If by chance you haven't had enough of listening to me waffle at you through a video about a children's card game, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are on the screen, or if you're feeling really lazy, you can click the links in the description. While you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content too. It'll make me smile, I promise. And who can ask for more than that? Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.